Candlestick telephone. This early design was popular from the late 1890s through the late 1920s and featured a separate receiver that the user held to their ear while speaking into a fixed transmitter on a stand. It separated the two main components of communication, which often made for a clumsy experience if you needed to move around. Because these units lacked a built-in dialing mechanism in the beginning, every call had to be connected manually by a switchboard operator who would physically plug your line into your destination. Rotary dial telephone. Emerging as a solution to the need for automated calling, this model featured a circular finger wheel with holes representing numbers 0 through 9. To place a call, a user had to rotate the dial to the finger stop for every digit, a process that took several seconds as the wheel slowly spun back to its starting position. This mechanical pulse system sent electrical clicks over the copper wires to tell the central office which person you were trying to reach. It became the iconic face of home communication for much of the 20th century, remembered for its heavy, durable construction. Push-button telephone. Introduced in the 1960s as touch-tone dialing, this device replaced the slow mechanical wheel with a keypad of 12 buttons. Instead of counting pulses, each button pressed would play a specific pair of audible tones that the switching equipment could recognize instantly. This change made placing calls significantly faster and eventually paved the way for automated phone menus and credit card processing over the line. It transformed the telephone from a simple speaking tool into an interface that could interact with computers. Cordless telephone. This innovation broke the physical tether to the wall by using radio waves to connect a handheld handset to a base station plugged into the phone jack. In the 1980s and 90s, this provided a new level of domestic freedom, allowing people to carry on conversations while moving between different rooms or even stepping out into the backyard. Early models often suffered from static or interference from other household electronics, but as the technology shifted from analog to digital signals, the privacy and sound quality improved to match traditional wired sets. Mobile telephone. Originally designed for use in vehicles or carried in large, heavy bags, these devices used cellular networks to provide communication across vast distances without any physical wires. The earliest commercial units were bulky and expensive, often reserved for business professionals who needed to stay reachable while traveling between job sites. As battery technology and antenna efficiency improved, the hardware shrank until it could fit comfortably in a pocket, fundamentally changing the way society perceived availability and personal space. Satellite telephone. Unlike standard cell phones that rely on land-based towers, this specialized device communicates directly with orbiting satellites to provide coverage in the most remote corners of the planet. These are vital tools for sailors in the middle of the ocean, researchers in the polar regions, or hikers in deep wilderness where traditional infrastructure simply doesn't exist. They are easily recognizable by their thick, protruding antennas and are built to withstand harsh environments, serving as a critical lifeline when every other form of communication fails. Voice over IP telephone. Often found in modern office buildings, these phones look like traditional desk units but actually send voice data over the internet rather than through old-fashioned copper telephone lines. This technology allows a single network cable to handle both a computer's data and a high-definition voice call at the same time. Because the system is software-based, it offers advanced features like video conferencing and the ability to move a phone number to any location in the world just by plugging into an internet port. Smartphone. This device represents the ultimate convergence of communication, computing, and media into a single handheld tool with a touchscreen interface. While it still functions as a telephone, the primary use shifted toward data-heavy tasks like browsing the web, photography, and running complex applications. By integrating GPS sensors and high-speed processors, it has essentially replaced dozens of separate gadgets, making it the most dominant and versatile form of communication technology in history.